Hi guys, welcome to Friggin' Jeep. I'm gonna try to get a little sawing done in between all these rainstorms, but I'm having a hard time doing it. So we're gonna start the engine and get going. I was mowing grass most of the day and all that kind of nonsense. Got stuff to do, so we're gonna get on with this. Put your ears on. No, not much dilly dallying. Turn it on. Yeah, looks like a pretty good spot. how many boards just then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 boards there. I got to do the trims. So I'm going to get all these out of here and put them over there and then bring it back and start doing some trims. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we just got 90 board feet cut there. Those are 10 foot long. And there's nine of them. So that's 90 board feet, I guess, if I figure, let's see, 10, yeah, 90 board feet. And out here, it's light enough that you can see, but if I take you in there and start doing the trims, I don't think you're going to be able to see anything. So I'm going to do the trims. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, see, it's just too dark for you guys to see anything. It's plenty of light for me, but there's no point in not letting you guys see it. So we'll be back tomorrow with the rest of it. So do me a favor, hit the almost like and subscribe. What's coming on next is going to be putting that truck cap back up where it goes. Spent most of the day cutting grass, so that's chores got to come before fun stuff. That's the way it is. And I do have, I don't know if you can even see it in here, one more log to go. So that's where we're at. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello, my name's John and welcome to Frickin' Jeep. I'm glad you came along for the nuisance ride. I don't know. Anyhow, I've been mowing. It's like almost 5 o'clock. It's almost dinner time. On and off sprinkles today. Not bad enough they could have stopped mowing. But kind of a too quick a turnaround look. I got all down to here. I was doing a lot of weed whipping. Finally got those trees weed whipped that I said I wanted to do. Got all that mowed. I'm mowed up to the top part. I mowed that field up there too. That's about an acre. Anyhow, what else I also do that I already don't remember? Oh, I got the garden weed whipped, I guess. Not that you're that interested. Anyhow, what I got to do is I got to get this thing fixed before it just slides down, which it's close, as you can see, to just sliding off of there, and that would be a crash and be harder to pick up. Now, for some reason, this particular rope section here, I don't know if, not really showing it in the camera. There it is. Keeps breaking or screwing up, or I don't know if it's the first one in here, but that one always seems to be the one that doesn't have an end on it after a while. I don't know if I got any scissors here. I got wire cutters. Maybe they'll work. I got to cut the old string off. I don't know if I can reach that. I don't think I can reach that. I don't know how exciting this is. Oh man, that kills this old arm. Oh, that doesn't want to just bite in half, which I was hoping it would. I got some of it clipped. It's been in here for, I don't know, more years than I am. I should have eyeglasses on. This hemp rope is really that wasn't too bad. I don't know whether it's rotted or chewed on, or I don't know if you can see that. Now we'll put that in the trash can. I don't know. I got that one undone. I guess I might as well just move the ladder. That's what it's going to boil down to. And of course it doesn't want to sit level at all. Yeah, that's fairly level. It's an old throwaway ladder. I don't know who threw it away, but I glommed onto it, and it's not too bad. It's not a heavy-duty one. Hopefully it won't be one that lets me down. That's falling something down there. Now it's not. Now I don't know if you can see these things up here. Don't know if you care to see those things up here. And it's pretty solid there. Can't get the rope to come through. These have brakes on it, but this one must not. Let's see if I can get it down. Nope. This is more of a problem than I thought it was going to be. Everything seems to take longer nowadays. The arm doesn't want to work. I got a turnbuckle up here. It doesn't want to turn. Probably because it's been here for 100 years. Or because it's hitting something. Daggone it. Woo. Yeah, I'll just take that down, but I got to get that off up there. Anyhow, if you see that thing there, went to an auction. Oh my gosh, more years ago than I am old. Yeah, the clamp was frozen on it, I think. Here's what I'm playing with. See, you can't really tell whether that's chewed off or rotted off or whatever, so I think I'll get some electrical tape. Should have some in here. Hope I got some in here. Might have taken it all out. Yeah, here's a little red. Or red. That's good to show you how bad my brain works anymore. I guess I'm in the... I'll go back down here where it's a little bit better condition maybe. No point in putting a whole bunch of wraps on it because it's probably just going to come down another year. Just curious. Can't break it, so it must still be pretty good. Anyhow, those things up there, the day after the auction is when I went up to and picked up all the good items that I bought. And hold on a second, let me get a knife. I think a knife. And those things, there were a bunch of them sitting in boxes. There were boxes of 4. I asked the guy, what are you going to do with that? He says, throw them away. He says, Scrapman's going to take them. I said, can I have them? And he says, yeah, you can have anything you want. Because it was the day after the auction. Anybody that took something, took it. And I didn't know what I was going to do with them. Because I do that a lot. Then I started thinking, put that down there. There's another one down there from the last time I fixed this particular one. I didn't know what to do with them. They weren't bent like that, okay? They were straight. I bent them like that. Now, I don't know if you can really, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see, move up, camera up. If I hold it on my shaky hand, you probably won't be able to see it at all. That's the second one down there. I'll take you up and show it to you. Maybe, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Anyhow, they were straight. And I don't know, I probably had lots of boxes of them. That's what I'm looking at right there. See that thing, how it comes out and goes up? Well, that used to come out. I can't put the other hand. That used to come straight down. That bend in there's one there. And that was like that there. And I'm going, I don't know what they'll do, but they look like they could be useful for something. So I took and bent them and put them in there. They were table legs for table legs. And so I latched onto them. I don't know how long it took me to figure out what to do with them. But then I see them all up there? Hung all those hoses when we used to irrigate. You can see them all there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't count that high. I don't know if there's any more over there. I've probably used them all up. Still got to get on this thing here. One of these days, Just put it on the list. That's what I'm getting ready to rig. I'm gonna bring you back after I get the after I get that thing down. For some reason the turnbuckle doesn't want to turn out easy, and I'm not gonna sit here and fight it. So I'll get back in a bit. Well, I got it off. Here it is, and got the piece of broken off string in there. Now this string here goes through like that, but these have a break on them that once you get it out this way, you can't, it locks, so you can pull it, and then if you just do that, then it comes through. Anyhow, I'm gonna see if I can't get up there and rewind it. I'm gonna hook it back up to here, and then bring it back. This isn't a very good block and tackle, but it's a standard for back then. Whoops, for back then. I mean, it's serving its purpose, and I didn't pay much for it. I probably paid $5 for it somewhere along the line. Now this one over here, this is the bottom half. This isn't a match set. This is a Moline one here. The Moline ones are pretty nice. Okay, because they swivel if it's not frozen up. I don't want to shake that too bad. I've been there for a long time. I need to probably spray some of my go juice on it, but I don't think I got any in there. Might do it a little bit, spray it on all of them. I'm going to be back in a minute. Wanted to show you the locking mechanism on that. Well, it's been so long since I strung one of those. Hope I remember how. I already got it coming down one. So then you got to go down around here. Of course, I think it'd be easier doing it this way. That thing locked up. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. Hope you can. Yeah, those are still rolling. Rolling. Go up through there, then up through the other one, then down to this one, through to there, then go up and tie it off. But we'll bring it down a little bit. That's a very sensitive break on that one. Try to keep your line on messed up, untangled, but I'm a tangling old fool. And put I don't know what kind of knot this is. It wasn't long enough. This rope is a little bit too stiff, but I got plenty more to pull it through. That's killing my arm. If I just get it through there, I'll be happy with that. Now, that could come undone pretty easily, but I don't think it will. That's a very sensitive break on this one. And of course, everything's in a knot. And my knots come undone. Better redo it because I don't feel like picking this up again. I'm just going to put a whole lot of string out here. Doesn't make any difference. It was real nice before. It ain't so nice now. Oh, there goes the deer looking for some apples. All right. Let's see if we can get something going here. It doesn't like, oh, there's a bee's nest on there. There's a very sensitive break on there. All right, let's see where we're at. I hope this thing won't come crashing on my head. When it goes up, it might want to slide down. That's what I was afraid this thing would slide down. I guess you can kind of see the better part of it. You should be back in it in a minute. Maybe I should have left it alone. I'm hoping this is going to go up without it sliding down. Oh, there goes that deer. Now it won't lock. There it locks. Might have to pull this one up a little bit. Yeah, it might break the loop on it. It wouldn't hurt to get it up higher, but it doesn't hurt where it is. But you could get it. You could get back in here and back your truck in here, and just lower it right down onto the truck bed, and then just pull those two boards out. So I'm gonna maybe loop that up a couple times and then throw it back. Oh, I see that wasp come at me. I'll loop that up a couple times, and right now I'm just gonna throw it over there, which it didn't get too good. I get it out of the way. I'm just trying to get it out of the way so I can get on the ladder. There's a bunch of rope that I got, I don't know, somewhere for nothing. There was a whole big box of it. Might have been at one of them auctions. I don't know if you ain't, where are you at? I can't see where. There it is. Alright, let me go up there and get this rope up so it will be fastened enough for me. There's a way to flip that around and make it a knot, but I don't know how to do that, and I'm not going to sit here and mess with it. For now, I'm going to just set this aside, because that's what I do. Anyhow, that makes me feel better that it's up. That is not a real smooth block and tackle. Like I said, that one back there I think is a Moline. I think this one here is a Moline too, I think. Not quite sure. I used to have, I don't know, about a dozen of them things. That one there looks like I just tied it up and said to heck with it, with some kind of nylon rope that doesn't want to rot, which is probably what I should have done on this one. There's another bottom block and tackle up there. I had them all over the place. I used to have a whole string of them across down there. I don't know. We'll go see what's left. So there's one there. That's not a Moline. The bottom half, it's Moline, what to me was just the nicest block and tackle. I don't know if it was made by the same company that did everything else. Let's see. There's a Moline right there. Yeah. And there's the brake mechanism. There's another block and tackle. There's, I don't know, 2 or 3 more down there. Different kind of ropes up here. That green thing up there, that's interesting if you're into ropes. Old, you know me, got all sorts of stuff. I got to put the tripod down, see if you know what it is. I got a piece of rope here. I can show you what it is. There's 2 or 3 different kinds. I got to wander through all the junk to get there. Now there's a wedge. We'll get the we'll get one of each. I don't know if I can. What these things were. I gotta turn your. Let's take you out where there's a little more light. Chains, ropes. All sorts of good stuff in here. Even got sawdust drag that I was working on, and a #1 husk that I'm kind of working on. Oh, we can do it right here. Do those right there. Show you what the old timers used to do. Of course, I might be considered an old timer. I don't know exactly how they string. This isn't the best rope to do this with, but yeah, I don't think I can get it with this rope. Go that way, 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 go that way. Ain't working. Ain't working easy enough to put through those holes. Let me get this rope over here. You guys might like to see this. Of course, this rope here probably doesn't work either. This is an inch rope. Of course, you can't find the end of this. There it is. It might work. What these did, came through, and then it went up like that, and then it would, you could use it. That's what those were. Yeah, I hope that you saw that. And they still use those on that typical thing. This one here was, I don't know how this one worked. Probably went through like that and came up and, oh, I see how it went. Went through like that. Maybe not. Nah, that doesn't seem right. Nah, I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe that's what you did. I don't know. No, because that could pull through. It's got a groove here. Got a groove there, so it's doing something wrong, but it still won't come out, so it doesn't really make much difference. I guess it would work. But I got a feeling, because it's got to pinch that, so it's got to be there. Well, maybe it came up through here like that. That's probably what it was. Through on that side. Yeah, we'll say that's the way it went, because it's smooth here. There you go. Anyhow, useless information. You're always liable to find it here. There's always a lot of it. So I think I might go in and eat dinner, then head back to the sawmill if it ain't raining. Be back in a bit. Bye.